Gemini and finances and abundance. What is the best way and approach for Gemini, and what kind of behavior should Gemini involve themselves in order to create more abundance in their life? And this is not only for Sun in Gemini people. Most people who just check their sun sign. I advise you to check your ascendant sign, because this is the most astrologically correct one and most astrologically specific and important sign. So and if you don't know your ascendant sign, you can find it out at my birth chart calculator at astrolada.com, for which I'm putting a link here. Just enter your time of birth. You need to know your time of birth to know the ascendant. And go to the planetary and year and the rest. And go to the planetary detail table like I'm showing you. And look what sign is across from the ascendant. And then listen to the video of that money, for the financial situation of that sign. So how does Gemini attract money? Well, the money house of Gemini actually falls in the sign of Cancer, because always our financial house in astrology is indicated by the sign that comes after ours. It's the sign which supports us, the sign on which we're sitting on top. So if you're Gemini, you're sitting on top of Cancer, so Cancer can support you. Cancer behaviors and attitude towards money will increase your affluence. Affluence. So what does it mean this for Gemini? They should be nurturing and caring towards their resources like a mother to a kid. If you have a child which is Gemini, you have to teach it from young to take care of its possessions, to nurture them. Often the Geminis might have this naturally, but you want to instill the most natural way into them by basically maybe giving them to take care of a plant, maybe giving them to take care of animals as well, of their clothes. And they're usually quite emotionally tied to their possessions, because the moon, the sign Cancer, rules what we are emotionally attached to. And when it falls to our second house of money, it shows that a lot of Geminis they would feel emotionally well about themselves when their finances are well. If their finances are not well, they might be feeling, kind of not so emotionally secure. And also Cancer is quite fluctuating influence, so the finances of Gemini might fluctuate over time. They're not always very stable. Of course, this can change if there are planets. If you have any planets in the second house in Cancer, because planets will overtake the influence of the sign. But this is like general description for Cancers and for Gemini, so they should follow this. So they should have a nurturing quality, protective quality of their possessions. They should be from young. If a Gemini doesn't care about its possessions, and if it throws them around the way, very soon these people will have problems financially, because the universe will they're so geared that they should be protective and caring of their finances if they want to attract more, appreciative of those. And not grasping, because sometimes the moon can have a grasping quality, Cancer, the sign Cancer, but they should have a right, proper maternal feelings, let's say, and nurturing feelings towards finances. If, for instance, often there is a flow and ebb in their finances, and also if they have problems financially, it's a good idea for Gemini to be close to water. This can give them good ideas financially, or if they go and live close to water, rivers, ocean, lakes, this can improve their financial well-being, because Cancer rules water bodies. And when you increase that element in your life, you increase the second house, which means you increase your money house, you fortify it. And also Gemini should make financial plans around new moons, and usually around new moons they might have more financial problems than other times, because the moon is empty then. And they usually have the best financial successes around full moon, when the moon is full, and it's most vibrant then, and their finances tend to be as well at a height around that time. Let me just see what everything here. Cancer being in your second house, Gemini, it means that you're very intuitive when it comes to money. You might have such strong gut feelings when it's right to invest in something or to go for some financial project, and you should listen to this one. If you're trying to act only from the head, which a lot of Gemini might have the tendency to do, to analyze it, to look at it from all sides, to discuss it, to over-mentalize it, this is not the right approach for you to money. Actually, for you when it comes to money and financials, use the gut feeling here, because Cancer rules. Cancer rules your finances, and Cancer is the gut feeling, the female intuition. If something in the first moment tells you, no, don't put money there, or no, don't give money to this person, or no, don't, if something tells you this, and after that you start rationalizing, but maybe it's good to do that, don't go. The first reaction for you is usually the right one. And that's why Gemini can also make a lot of money, because they have this like a sixth sense when it comes to finances. Because whenever we're trying to solve something only practically, even when it's for money, we don't see the whole picture. But the sixth sense comes a knowledge from a bit higher, and learn to listen, to develop those intuitive qualities and listen to them. And learn to be receptive to financial opportunities. Usually for Gemini, financial opportunities will come. And they don't have to, go and break their backs, unless there is Mars in your second house, where you need to take initiative for something else, like some other masculine planet. But usually, because it's a receptive feminine quality, the best way for Gemini is to wait to see what kind of financial opportunities come to them, and then with a gut feeling to react to these and choose one of those things, so be open to those opportunities and receptive. And also, if a Gemini is feeling blocked financially, is having financial problems, they need first to tend to their heart and feelings. If they tend to the demands of Cancer, which is heart and feelings, they will improve their finances. So if they're feeling bad, if they're blocked financially, and often they'll feel bad because their financial situation is not good. Often because their emotions depend on their financial situation very often. And if they're feeling blocked, they just have to find a way to nurture themselves by being close to water, by pampering themselves by calming the emotions, by centering within the body, and by patiently waiting till they feel a little bit better, and then financial situations improve when their mood and their environment and their emotional situation improves as well. So this is what I see. And also for Gemini, Cancer ruling your money, sometimes family might help as well. And it's a good idea if you help your family financially if you're a Gemini, because this will strengthen again the energy of Cancer in your sign, in your horoscope, which means strengthening your money. Help family members. Be like a mother with the money. Give them to the needy. Give to those. It doesn't have to be for some charity organizations. It can be for close people that you are more emotionally attached to. But if you're more charitable with them and more protective and caring, and if you're protective and caring of your family as well, this can improve your financial situation as well, because these two are connected for you. And also often Gemini can benefit a lot from property, because Cancer rules property. It rules property. So this might be a good idea for Gemini. Well, not everyone, but this is the normal standard influence that it has. And investing in property might be a good idea for them. Or usually once they settle and have their own family, which is Cancer, Gemini finances can improve somehow, can start stabilizing a little bit, even though most of the time in their life they should be prepared for fluctuation, coming and going, ebbing of finances there, which they can use to their advantage again. Thank you.